Jumps out of the car and just starts machine gunning me. Hey everybody, I'm John Aliar, ex-Gambino enforcer. I used to get a thrill out of drug dealing, drug trafficking, drug heists, drug robberies, anything related to the street and drugs.
And all new at 5, a major organized crime bust. 23 people under arrest now accused of stealing guns and cash.
Today, police revealed 4 organized crime groups are wreaking havoc.
From aggravated robbery to kidnapping, burglary, and more. Let's take a look at this. New pictures from court documents in this case. These are a few of the people who have been charged, and investigators say the money, tens of thousands of dollars, is all stolen.
Welcome to this episode of Chatting with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today we got a funny one for you. I know it's been a minute, so I figured I'd hit you with some content. I appreciate everyone that takes the time to watch this show. A lot of great things in the works. What's going on with everybody? If you guys haven't seen this new interview with Aleto, it is quite funny. So here is the title: Aliar gets machine gunned and survives. Aunt, how are you? James, what's going on? Shout out to everyone. This is a funny show. You guys are really going to enjoy this one. Hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'm not going to keep you guys long. I'm going to get into the content. But if you guys haven't seen some of the interviews I've been dropping, make sure you go check them out. I got this one. Gina Gingello, the underboss of the crime family in Rochester, New York. This is his daughter. It's a 5-part series. Part 5 will be out tonight. And she talks about how he was killed by a car bomb. Also, I have more Hell's Angel content on the way. I did one with Repo about Thomas Wood, the president of the Hell's Angels that was gunned down. And we did, I think it's a 5-part series. And who else do I have? None other than Pee-wee. Another one with Pee-wee. We talk about all kinds of things. That one's a really good show. It's going to be dropping. Maybe I'll drop it today. Maybe I'll drop part 1 today. Mike, how are you? Thanks for joining me today. So let's get in to the video.
Gunning me. Hey everybody, I'm John Aliar, ex-Gambino enforcer. I used to get a thrill out of drug dealing, drug trafficking, drug heists, drug robberies, anything related to the street and drugs.
Anything related to the streets and drugs. William, what's going on? Francis, how are you? Pink Panther. Shout out to Pink Panther. Big things in the works.
That was my thing. It was adrenaline.
That was my thing. It was adrenaline. We just keep the adrenaline going. I wanted to be a gangster. Yeah, that's what you wanted to be.
I was about 18 years old, and I just got in the drug business. When you first get in, you're low level and you're selling, ounces and grams. And my father went under my bed and he found guns and drugs. My father sent me out to California in the aqueduct.
And then he took over out there in California. His father sent him to, he made him run all the way to California,
Tulsa area, and I'm still got gangster in me. I want to be a gangster. I'm 19 years old. I'm fighting everywhere I go.
Still got gangster in him.
School tell me there's a big party in the canyons, but I never been to a California canyon party. I didn't know how it was.
He went out and met his gangster crew out there in California. And don't worry, there's more content coming about what's his name and his little exploits. We haven't forgot about him. I was the first one to drop the story about Tonto getting busted, and we're just getting started with him.
It was actually about 300 or 400 people, and everybody's getting high. And back then they were doing mescaline and drinking. And the guy has a satchel of money, and he's selling coke, selling half grams and grams. So I go over to him and I said to him, "You got an 8-ball?" And he goes, "Yeah." And he starts to take out little rolled up plastic of an 8-ball. And I says, "Is that an 8-ball?" He goes, "Yeah." I go, "How much?" And he looks down to say something, and I hit him and I knock him out, and I start beating him up a little bit, and I rob him. I take roll his coke, I take his cash.
You knocks him out.
Maybe, 4 or 5.
Knocks him clean out.
Not really a lot, but I took it, and
he forgot what he did
and
with
I
the
called
body.
my girlfriend, who was in New York at the time. I said, "I'm gonna come back to New York." She goes, "What are you gonna do in New York?" I said, "I'm gonna."
He called his girlfriend. This is a picture of his actual girlfriend he called.
I take roll his coke, I take his cash. I got maybe $4,000 or $5,000. It was not really a lot, but I took it, and we leave. And I call my girlfriend, who was in New York at the time. I said, "I'm gonna come back to New York." She goes, "What are you gonna do in New York?" I said, "I'm gonna start the drug business again."
He says he's gonna start the drug business out in New York with you, baby.
So, okay, I gotta get big here. How am I gonna get big? And I start finding guys I can buy from that I can rob. So I'm going through friends that have connections, and then I'm robbing their guys. And I get one of my partners, and
yeah, those are his partners, his buddies, his crew, his robbery crew. He's got this guy, cover the entrance. Make sure you cover the back entrance so no one gets away. Big time gangsters. You got to watch out for them. Especially the main guy in his crew, right? This guy. The guy that doesn't stay out of trouble. Tonto. He's Aliar Jr.
I say to him, "You want to move with me? Let's buy a half a key each. We'll buy a kilo." And
Darren,
start
what's
buying
up?
Kilos.
Lindsay, how are
We get
you?
involved, obviously, in bigger level, and we start figuring ways to do scores. And
He starts figuring ways to do scores because he's the biggest gangster since Al Capone. Gene is the Hamburglar, 100%. Dun, 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 dun. Then you got a Leto. Girls just want to have fun. He started in a sandwich shop. So I don't know why he avoids all that. And he takes other people's stories, right? And he uses them as his own. That's what he does. Because it's not possible for him to have this many killings. Wait till the story unfolds. He got machine gunned, but he survived. It's pretty wild.
involved with the Gambino family at this point. We're starting to take over locations. So if you're at a local bar and I know you're dealing drugs, I come see you. And if I think that their price is better than ours, I say, all right, give me your connection. You work for me, but we'll buy from your guy.
All right, so he says, if someone's over there making money, he just walks in and says, you buy from me now. Give me your connection. And they just hand it over, you know? No pushback, nothing. They just hand it over to the sheriff of the world. This guy's lost his mind.
I'd start from one bar to another bar, and we start developing a big drug business in Queens.
Listen, selling grams in the bar is not a big drug business there, Chief. Gene's got two bodies. Both are in prison. You know he was drinking on the set, right? That's what grown-ups do, Eugene. And I called it. I told you guys he will be back in prison. With the attitude he has and the way he acts, 100% prison in his future. It won't stop there.
Goes from 1 bar to probably, I don't know, 50, 60 bars.
50, 60 bars. Now, how is he managing 50 to 60 bars? He took over 50 to 60 bars. Wow. Who here believes this? Can I get a show of hands? The Bronx, how are you? Salvatore, Craig, what's good, man? He's got 2 bodies. They're both in prison.
We start taking over the drug business, and in the meantime, we start setting up drug dealers.
He's like, we're taking over the world. I got 50 to 60 bars. Listen to this shit.
We start developing a big drug business in Queens. It goes from 1 bar to probably, I don't know, 50, 60 bars.
Goes from 1 bar, taking over 1 bar, to 50 to 60 bars. And he had no one say, I ain't giving you shit. Nope, not him. They just put all their stuff on the table and said, have your way with my stuff.
And we start taking over the drug business, and in the meantime, we start setting up drug dealers.
Oh, man.
For bigger amounts. 2 keys, 3 keys, 4 keys, to 1,000 pounds of weed, and keys, to whatever I can get a score on.
And he doesn't mean car keys, ladies and gentlemen. He's not talking about car keys.
Down South Ozone Park, I says, can you get me to them? Because I'm going to rob them. He goes, are you f***ing kidding me? You're going to rob me? He says, why do you got to rob them? I said, what are you worried about what I'm going to do? I said, I'm going to rob them. Just insulate yourself so you don't get yourself in there. Just go through a couple of guys to them.
Yeah, so now he's going to go there and rob some people, right?
Keys, something like that. And back in those days, the kilo were going in their 40s, 42,000, 45,000. And we buy counterfeit money from a guy, Carlo, from Queens. He's got counterfeit hundreds. We're not trying to pay.
Heard this one before, right? Pay Watcher, how are you? I know it's been a while since I, put my foot on their neck. So I figured, hey, why not? Looking like a Sin City character, 100%, right? He had 50 to 60 bars under his control at one time. I don't know how you manage all that, but hey.
Pay 20 or 30,000 in real bills. These guys don't speak good English. So I said they might not know the difference with these hundreds. So we had some good hundreds and some of them went,
So, Carl, what's up? So why would you put, right? You got a bunch of good money. And you're going to take the good money, put it next to counterfeit bills. Why wouldn't you make it all counterfeit so they all look the same instead of putting good money next to the counterfeit so they could just look at both of them and be like, this is bullshit. Not Oleto.
The best ones we had. And we mix it in with 20s and 10s. We fit in probably around 10,000, maybe tops 15,000. In real bills, but small. We put 10s in there, we put 20s in there, we put a couple 50s in there. Obviously, can't put real hundreds or they would know the difference between the hundreds. And that was the biggest thing that we were worried about.
He just said that he put the real hundreds with the fake hundreds, and now he's backpedaling. We didn't put hundreds in there. You just said you did.
Would they have hundreds on them, pull it out of their pocket, and say, why are these different than these? So I go in, I had 2 guns on me, and I bring
He had 2 guns on him, 2-gun John.
This guy Vinny with me. And so when you first walk in, it's dark, it's in the living room, then there's a kitchen room where we were sitting, and then the guy was in the back bedroom. So there was 3 of them, I believe.
This was last week, the Bronx. This was last week he did this. Oh, man.
So Vinny comes in with me. He's not my guy. He's a Gambino family guy. He's a big guy, but he's nervous as shit. He doesn't want to be there. He's not a killer. He's not that type of guy. He was a car thief, actually.
He's not a killer like you are, right? He's a little nervous. He's not dancing around in the corner like you are, ready for this insane deal you're about to make. It gets good.
He's walking back and forth and he's pacing. So when he's pacing, I'm turning around at him and I'm like looking at him like I'm going to kill you if you don't settle down and get control of your nerves. Or we're going to get killed in here. You know, I'm giving him the look. The guy's talking back and forth to each other in Spanish. You can see he's questioning the money. And I didn't know what he was really questioning. And then he said something, he yelled at the guy from the back bedroom who comes back out.
He's questioning the money. So he's still going to do the deal. He's still going to do the deal. He doesn't care. The guy's questioning the money. He's like, I'm still doing the deal. I don't care. Why not? Listen, this guy's stories are so far-fetched. You go and try to do this to some major people, you're not walking away. Like, you're not walking away from the situation. It's not happening.
And in the middle, when the guy comes back out, the guy, Vinny, just walks out of the apartment on me. He says, I got to go outside for a second. Whatever he said, why, I don't remember. It didn't matter. It unsettled the guys. And I go, this mother. So now I'm stuck there, you know, and I always had 2-3 guns on me. I always had.
Now it's 3 guns. It went from 2 guns to 3 guns. And now he's going to talk about how he always has a revolver so they don't jam. Crazy. And I'm going to point out in another video the hypocrisy of this guy, how he can't keep his lies together. He talks about how he hates semi-automatics. He always had revolvers. And then he says, I had a 45 on me. So what is it?
A revolver. I didn't like 9mm. I didn't like automatic guns because it jammed on me once before, so I couldn't stand them. On my right side, I always had a 32 or 38. But
you got a 32 or 38. You never used automatics because they jammed.
I used to like to carry 32 short. I'm thinking to myself, I got 3 guys here. And the guy starts talking to me, questioning me, and then I start pressing him. Come on, we're going to take all day. Let's go. Give me the stuff. Let me see your stuff. They're looking at me funny. You can tell they know something's wrong.
If they know something's wrong, why would they go through with the deal?
Afraid, and they don't want to have something go off. We're shooting and back and forth, but eventually the deal gets done.
Oh, so they sense something's wrong, but they still go through with the deal because they had no choice. They had a Leto there ready to take him out. He was going to plunge his carving knife from the sandwich shop directly through his heart. He did not care. This guy is so ridiculous. It's like, it's funny. It's funny. Like, how many people really believe this shit? Anybody?
I got to walk out now with my back to them. I don't know these guys, what type of guys are they? The type of guys that just shoot me in the head from behind? Are they the type of guys that ain't really wild?
They're the type of guys to give you a kilo with some fake money and they know something's wrong and still go through with it. I don't get it.
I really didn't know. And at that time, I had a brown Caddy, 4-door with smoke windows. So afterwards, they know something's wrong. A couple hours later, they call a guy that calls the guy that calls the guy Tommy, the one that set it up for me. And Tommy says to me, where are you? I says, I'm around. Why? He says, hey, these guys know that the money was fake. I go, well, I figured eventually they're going to know.
All right, they know. Now they know. They know the money was fake. Uh-oh, it looks like Leto got himself in a little bit of trouble. But let's see how he gets out of this. Because he just burned some people from, I don't know where they're from. He didn't say, but Colombians, Venezuelans, them people don't play when it comes to this type of stuff. Let's hear how John Wick here got out of it.
I said, you sure they don't know where you live? No, he lives a couple blocks from me. So he goes, no, they don't know where I live. So I go to a club that I have with Gotti's son. And this guy Joe says, there's a bunch of Spanish.
Oh, now you have a club with Gotti's son. You didn't have no club with Gotti's son. You mean Gotti's son had a club and you were hanging on his nut straps the whole way through. Because that's exactly what was happening. All you were was friends with Gotti Jr. That's it. You weren't involved with the Gambino family like you say. You weren't involved with Gotti Jr. or Gotti Sr. You had sleepovers with Gotti Jr. That's it. So all this talk about I was involved with Gotti Jr.'s club. We had a club together. No, you didn't. Liar.
And they're looking at your car. I go, you sure? He goes, yeah, 100% they're checking out your car. So somebody, they got...
He said, are you sure? Are you sure?
Must have said, this guy Johnny drives a brown smoked out window Cadillac. So I get a couple of guys together and they stay on the top of the block and the bottom of the block. And I'm going to walk up the block with a hat on and a sweater. And
he's going to walk down the block with a hat on and a sweater, and they're not going to notice him at all. They're not going to notice him. Easy, easy, light work.
See if they know it's me. If they do, my friends are going to box him in, and we're going to get him. We encounter as I'm walking past my car. I don't go near the car. I put my head down. One of them jumps out of the car and just starts machine gunning me.
Starts machine gun. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Someone, they notice it's him. He has a jacket on with a hat. They start machine gunning him. Guess what? Gets away. He dodged every single machine gun and bullet, and he got away. You believe that? Let's get back to it.
When you hear those shots firing off, I mean, you're not turning around, but you're putting it in, it's just instinct. Not that it's going to do anything for you. You're running, you're ducking, you're trying to weave a little, and you get your hand over your head.
And they got a machine gun, and they don't hit him. Not once. Not even a Grace. Not even a Donald Trump. They didn't even get him in the air, nothing. I mean, he said he was right next to the car, right? So how in the world did he get away from this machine gunning? Here, let's rewind it and see how close he was to the car when they noticed it was him.
He drives a brown smoked out window Cadillac. So I get a couple of guys together and they stay on the top of the block and the bottom of the block. And I'm going to walk up the block with a hat on and a sweater and see if they know it's me. If they do, my friends are going to box him in and we're going to get him.
They're going to get him, but he ends up running away.
Encounter as I'm walking past my car. I don't go near the car. I put my head down. One of them jumps out of the car and just starts machine gunning me.
So he's right next to the car. And he starts machine gunning him. And he gets away. It's pretty wild.
When you hear those shots firing off, I mean, you're not turning around, but you're putting it in, it's just instinct. Not that it's going to do anything for you. You're running, you're ducking, you're trying to weave a little, and you get your hand over your head. I mean, it's useless, you know, but I guess it makes you feel good while you're running. And I guess it's just a human instinct to do that. But the adrenaline in you is just to move, to get yourself moving. I don't know if the guy just was scared.
It's to get yourself moving. So when one of them bullets hits you, your blood squirts all over the pavement. You know, one fell swoop.
And just shoot randomly. I don't know if he purposely shot up because he didn't want to shoot me. But anyway.
The guy, he burned him for over $10,000. And you think the guy's not trying to kill you? Come on, John. You got to get better with your stories, bro.
me, obviously, and I take off, and I said, all right, we're going to have to get these guys back now.
What happened to your guys on the block that were going to box them in and then you were going to get them? What happened to those guys? I'm just curious. Didn't he just say that he had guys on the block that were going to box this guy in and they were going to get him? What happened to those guys?
Because they're going to keep coming. That's what we did. Eventually, we get some information from my friend Tommy, and I catch one of them.
He catches one of them. Now listen to this shit. It gets crazy.
And hurt the guy real bad. Don't kill him. I told him, take it as a loss, or if you come back again, we're going to kill you.
Today's your lucky day, champ. Oh, man. Today's your lucky day. You come back, I'm gonna murder you, okay?
You know, when I get the phone call, somebody's looking for me. We're used to this. This is our life now. The first thing you do is, and you learn to do this, is don't talk about it. Get your team of guys.
Don't talk about it like he does now. Shout out to MRE. What's up, Carmella? AJN, what's up, Nico?
And go get those guys. Either kill them, butcher them, hurt them. But you got to be very aggressive so they don't come back.
You got to butcher them and hurt them so they don't come back. You know, butcher them. I can't. It's too much. It's too funny. I can't. This guy's serious. He's serious. I don't know if you guys remember this one.
3 guys on your property?
They come to kill me, 5 guys.
Mike Tyson, what's up, bro?
Junior. They didn't make a move to come with me. I had the underground bell system, and I drove to the house. I shot it out with a couple of them. I believe I killed 2 or 3 of them.
He killed 2 or 3 of them, but he doesn't know. He doesn't know what happened with the bodies or nothing. He killed 2 or 3, and then he woke up. And he said, wow, that was a crazy shootout.
Shot 2 or 3 guys on your property?
They come to kill me, 5 guys. Pete Gotti knew about it, Junior. They didn't make
5
a move
guys,
to come
burgers
with me.
and fries.
I had the underground bell system, and I drove to the house. I shot it out with a couple of them. I believe I killed 2 or 3 of them.
Killed 2 or 3 of them. He doesn't know what happened to the bodies. He doesn't remember.
I don't know who's gonna come look for you, who's trying to kill you. You're building up enemies as you go, and now you start understanding. Every time you make a move, it's no more kid stuff. It's no more where someone's gonna punch you in the face, somebody's gonna baseball bat you. They're gonna kill you because they know if they don't, you're gonna kill them. Life started getting more serious now, and you gotta know what type of guys they are. Are they the type that you can hurt only? Or are they the type you're gonna have to kill?
Total full of shit. 3/4 of my friends are dead. By your hand, right?
It was on the lap. I asked her to get off her lap. She didn't get off the lap. I just took the knife out and I put it through his leg. Then I pulled out a gun. I said, you guys come looking for me again. I'll kill another one of yous. And I walked.
I'll kill another one of yous. I didn't kill you, but I'll kill another one of yous. If you come looking for me again, I'll kill another one of yous. I didn't kill you, but we're going to say he did.
Now, sometimes that'll work. Sometimes they will come back. But the way I had to judge the situation is by the way I went in.
Gambino gangster. This is as real as it gets, man. These Gambino guys are no joke. Watch out.
They had their chance to be very aggressive when I come in by myself. And none of them wanted to risk their life as I did. The problem was I was a little off.
You think? I mean, you're imagining all this shit in your mind. You're way off, bro. Hate to give it to you. You're way off.
You look back today and say, what the was I thinking? I didn't have 10 lives. But
listen, the stories you tell nowadays, everyone thinks, what the hell is this guy talking about? It's all lies. You tell a bunch of lies. It's like insane the amount of lies you've been caught in. He comes in a bar swinging like this.
Tell a joke. Do another joke. You know. Do another one to make me laugh.
I can't. Look at the stance. It's about to be slow motion. Watch the stance on this guy.
Tell a joke.
Right here. Look at those blows.
Do another joke. You know. Do another one to make me laugh.
You don't want to get stung by one of those.
I thought like this. So when people sense that and they know that what level you're going to take it to, they don't take it to that level. You know, it's like playing cards. They're taking their bluff or they're not going to take it. But when they see I killed one guy, they see I'm stabbing the other guy.
He kills one guy, stabbing it. They see that, you know? Because he's just on a murderous rampage. He wants to be known as like the butcher of New York. This guy ain't killing nothing, letting nothing die, man. Not a damn thing.
They must ask around about me. They're going to say,
Georgie Grasso. Let me guess. Go Georgie Grasso. Shout out to Sonny. Make sure you go check out his Patreon. And go check out my Patreon. I'm dropping a lot of exclusive content. I can't drop some of it here because it's controversial. So you have to go to Patreon to watch it. I just dropped a whole little series about an ex-Ku Klux Klan member who got out of life. And he's trying to explain his story. And YouTube is not having it. So I put it on Patreon free. So you can watch it right now for free on Patreon. Go check it out and let me know what you think.
the guy's serious. Those are the ways you're going to have to conquer whatever you're doing because you put yourself in these dangerous situations. 3/4 of my friends are dead because of that. They put themselves in the same situations and misplayed their cards and they got killed by guys.
Mike, what's good?
When we show up, there's only one gun. I ask them, where's my guns? We only had one gun, so it's
Where's my guns? You got the gun holder. Staxx, kind of sad. You're what? A grifting machine? Hey! Go suck a There you go. Long. Let's suck a fat one. Loser. Now that you're in the toilet, make sure you go check out Patreon. If you guys want to donate.
I don't have.
I don't even know what's the fuck does grifting mean. I'm not a fucking grifter. Fucking loser. Some people on here are real fucking losers. You know that? Like, I work hard for what I do. And I bring you quality content. So these people living in a fantasy world, that's okay. They can live in a fantasy world. Make sure you guys go check out the Patreon. Donate if you can. Donate. If you can't, don't donate. I don't demand anything over here. Mickey Griggs, the creator of MobTube. Shout out to you, man. What's good? James, what's going on? That must have been a Leto talking shit.
The guy that's supposed to come in the house is in the hospital. It's the second.
How's it feel in the toilet and you can't comment? Does that feel good?
We send the guy prior to make sure the 1,000 pounds are there. So they got him in garbage cans, in drums. He says, just tell me how many garbage cans they have so we get an idea if they really have 1,000 pounds.
Make sure you go check out the store too. I got a store, Chattin with Staxx, and there's new merchandise on there. I just got hired for a new job. Wait till you see this. You guys are gonna be like, wow. And we got the TV series that's getting filmed. I got some major things in the works right now about the movie. I'm getting it together. If you want to be involved, just email me, and I will have all my supporters involved. If you want to be involved, you can be involved. If you want to be an investor, if you want to act in it, if you want to be anything you want to be involved, we'll find a spot for you. Make sure you email me at BillStaxx2021. I got a lot of inquiries already, and we're going through all the people to find spots. I can't guarantee you anything, but I guarantee you I will try to find you a spot if you want to be involved. Now let's get back to the content.
Goes in, he goes, yeah, they have the 1,000 pounds. The problem is somebody's coming any minute to pick it up. So I said, all right, let's go. And I tell the guy, Dave, what?
Thanks, Mickey. Appreciate it. If you guys haven't seen some of the pictures from behind the scenes, go check them out. I posted them on my community tab. I'll post more too. There's a lot. I have a lot of stuff on the way. I'm like overwhelmed with how far I've come and all the things I've been able to do. It's insane. And the people I get to talk to, the connections I made, and just to take your idea and turn it into something that's tangible is pretty cool. Lots of big things on the way. Here, I'll show you guys a couple pictures from the shoots.
He's going to go through the front door, police hat, ring the bell. So when you go from the front, I'm going to go and kick the door in the back, in the garage. He comes in, he pulls the gun. I don't got a gun. There's a dog, and the dog's barking crazy, but he's not attacking. And there was a lady in the house taking care of a baby. So she...
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that nutsack Zach. It seems like you want to join your buddy there, so let's just make it happen, right? Enjoy your fucking day down the toilet. Shout out to MRE. Go check out his content. He's got a lot of haters.
was out of control. Dave was panicking. He wasn't controlling the room. And this is inexperience. I know these guys. They all talk.
Listen, I want you guys to know something, right? I'm not up here trying to be a gangster. I'm not a gangster. I interview people. I don't hold any loyalty to anybody. Nobody on here. I'm not in a gang. I'm not in the mafia. I'm not a street guy anymore. None of that. I don't hold loyalty to no one. You understand? I interview people. If you have a problem with who I interview or what I do or who I go after, too fucking bad. Write it on a piece of paper, fold it in half again, shove it up your ass, and I'll send somebody by to come pick it up. Okay? Thanks. Let's get back to the content.
They have no business in the street, really, because they're faking. I mean, there's supposed to be consequences, honestly, for these guys. They're supposed to be killed for that.
So there's supposed to be consequences for you, for what you did to that life. But you weren't in the mafia. I keep forgetting. You weren't a made man. You were never in the mafia. You were never going to be in the mafia. So how come they didn't get rid of you for ratting on all these people, Johnny boy? Oh, because you're such a dangerous killer, right? Is that why? Because you might kill them and make up lies about how you dispose of the bodies. No consequences for him, huh? His buddy Tonto is facing some consequences, right? This guy, he just doesn't know when to quit. We got your bond, girlfriend. Here, look at these pictures, a couple of pictures from the shoot. This is from the first episode. Getting things done. And a lot more on the way. We're already on episode 5.
These are serious charges. When you're home invading like that, it's 25 to life. If somebody gets hurt, you get life. Doesn't matter what we're stealing. But if you get pinched in there, you're facing some serious charges.
Not Aleto. He walks by the cops and he points the other way and they just run there. And he just, it's a breeze. For him, he doesn't live by any laws. And the police don't care about him. He does what he wants.
When I come through the garage, there's a staircase that's going up. And there's a big guy up there, and he pulls a shotgun.
Hey,
and
Ryan, what's up, bro?
Looking at him, like, get your together before we get killed here. I got a badge around my neck.
He's got a badge around his neck. So you had that badge a long time ago before you started using it, huh, Johnny boy? He had a badge around his neck ever since he was a little boy. Wow. Insane. Johnny boy doesn't care. He had a badge around his neck. What do you do? Blend in with the cops? That's how he got away? Let's listen to this bullshit.
Looking at him, like, get your together before we get killed here. I got a badge around my neck. And I said, put that down, please. He goes, you're no cop. And I'm like, I'm the police. Put that down. You're not a cop. But I keep walking towards him.
He's like, well, I'm gonna be one when I tell on everybody. He is. He wasn't undercover.
And he sends a shell in. He loads it. And he's screaming, he's shaking, he's kind of panicking. But he knows I'm not a cop, but he ain't 100% sure.
So Aleto just looks at him and gives him the power, like he makes him kneel down and take care of business. You made Barillo look like Vincent from Beauty and the Beast. What do you mean? That's a real picture. Cover girl.
And here's where I know I got him. I said to him, if you fire that gun and you kill me, I says, you're going to jail and you're going to get death penalty. I go, you better guarantee I'm not a cop because your life's over after that. And I just keep walking up. And I go, you see this bitch, put the gun down. Meanwhile, they're still downstairs in craziness. And he's scared. He's got the gun. And eventually, I get the shotgun from the guy. He gets down. I zip tie him.
So listen. So he doesn't have a gun on the guy, nothing, right? He makes the guy give him the shotgun. How many people believe this shit? He walks up with a badge and said, I'm a cop. Put the gun down. The guy handed over the gun. Come on, Johnny.
I said, you should have went with your instincts. And he goes, mother, and he starts threatening me. He said, I'll find you. I said, you don't got to find me. I'm going to tell you exactly who I am. And
damn it, Mandy. How are you?
I says, if you look for me, I said, I'll kill you. After we finished, we take the stuff out. I'm steaming with Dave. And he gets in the car, and I'm like, I'll never do nothing with you again. I'm really mad. Coward, whatever.
What about what you did with Loman? You want to talk about that, Johnny boy? Because you did some stuff with Loman, didn't you? Maybe one day Loman will talk about it. Nah, I don't think he will.
It's experience, right? I've done it so often. I've done it since I'm a kid. One thing I know, nothing's going to go perfect.
So that's where he's lying. He said on other interviews, He didn't even start getting violent or getting involved with crime until after he was over his teens and things. He said his friends were doing all that stuff. Now he's saying he was groomed to be a gangster. Ever since he was a kid, he was committing crimes like this. So what is it? Ew, I heard he went for Jiffy. Yeah, oh, he went for Jiffy. Don't worry. Bombshell coming soon.
Someone tells me, oh, it's an easy score. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Nothing's easy. It's something's always going to go wrong. And, you know, before I go in, I already know that. I already know it's not going to go perfect. I already know I got to improvise. So if I didn't know that, then I wouldn't be good at what I do.
He wouldn't be good at what he does, making up fairy tales. He's pretty good at making fairy tales. I give him that. He's not good at making it sound believable. Blowman, Anthony Soprano Jr. That guy's around Joey. Ruined that guy's life 100%. Nah, I think he ruined his own life. If you guys haven't seen the paperwork of Loman cooperating, make sure you go check it out. It's on Patreon.
I know there's a lot of guys that did scores unrelated to mine.
It's free too, so go check it out.
Where they killed a guy, or they killed a woman. And these are the reason why if you don't go in with right people, dumb things happen.
He's talking about Jimmy Calandra on that one, where you kill a woman. See, these guys are insane. It's great. These guys are nuts.
Which should never happen. You should be able to control a room, a house, anything. When I watch some of these kids that do scores on legitimate businesses and they hurt them, it's because they're afraid.
How many times has he said he did different things that hurt innocent people? I've heard him tell 100 stories about that type of shit. Rest in peace to Judy Shemtov. Shemtov, right? %. Go check it out on Patreon. 100%. He wrote a letter to the judge trying to get Gene Barillo, this guy, and the other guy from Philadelphia, trying to get them all put in prison. Oh, yeah, he wrote a letter to the judge.
I'll take a guy that's experienced any time robbing anything because you know he's not going to kill you. He's experienced.
He's not going to kill you because he's experienced? No, an experienced person is going to kill you and take all the loot. Not going to let you walk away with it. You are Mr. Fantasyland in the flesh. This guy, it's insane.
All the room by the way he handles himself, the way he walks, the way he talks, the way he tries to, you know, keep people calm, but also he wants to be strong. You know the way his movement is, and you got to be ready for these things because nothing's going to be perfect. I guess it's like a doctor. He goes and he operates, and he knows things can go wrong. The doctor that's not experienced or panics is the guy that kills the guy on the table.
Uh-oh.
The reason why I love it is no other high. As crazy as this life is, no other high that takes you to that limit. And as crazy as it sounds, like, who would want to do that? Well, same guy like Evel Knievel that was jumping all kinds of Grand Canyon, everything else. I mean, these are crazy things that people do. I used to fear roller coasters because I don't like heights. So I went on the front row of every roller coaster you could think of. I did them all. To get over that fear, I went on that parachute drop.
He did it all. Now he's a professional parachutist now, too. He did the 007 James Bond shit. You guys can't touch this guy. Yeah, ask him if he can open a safe or a vault. No, he can't.
I did a bungee once.
He did a bungee once. Yeah, over there in Brooklyn. He did a bungee.
And I was petrified, but I did it. I said I'll never do it again, but I wanted to do it. But it's that adrenaline that...
He did a scuba dive once, too. Right outside the strip club. Remember that one? Yeah, I remember that one, right? Hold on, I got the video for that one too. He did a scuba dive once too. Let me see if I can find it. I know I could. Let's see if we can look at this scuba diving.
I mean, I just had an incident recently at it.
You had an incident recently, right? Let's take a look. Hold on. Let me see something.
At a club, I had a couple of drinks. I was by myself. I was in an industrial area, and you have guys that are Albanian trying to help, but they're weak guys.
Yeah.
He's calling his own race a bunch of weak guys. He's calling Albanians weak. You believe this shit?
Joke. I mean, I just had an incident recently at a club. I had a couple of drinks. I was by myself. I was in an industrial area, and you have guys that are Albanian trying to help, but they're weak guys.
Yeah.
I mean, a guy took a shot at me, went to punch, you know, he hit me, he punched me on a blind side. First of all, the kid can't even hit. I mean, he should be able to knock me out. And, you know, he didn't move me. And, you know, the next thing is somebody said to me, well, why didn't I go outside and finish fighting? And they showed up with 8 or 10 guys or whatever.
Yeah.
So I said, I didn't have my Superman cape on that day. So I took a dive into the water and, you know, I said I had my Aquaman suit on. So I made a joke of, I came in the club, I'm going to walk out the club.
Right.
You caught me off guard a little bit because I don't really drink and get sloppy. I was drinking, I was alone. Guys know I walk around and do whatever I feel like doing. I'm really not worried about getting hit.
Right.
Hey, he's not worried about it. Hey, Mickey Griggs, here, pause this and read this if you're interested. Yeah, read this. Pause it and read it. You'll be quite amazed. Exclusive content only here on Chattin with Staxx.
Right.
I'm a boxer. I mean, it's almost laughable to get punched. So what? You're in a ring, get hit 40, 50 times a day, around. So, you know, that I grew.
Hey, Johnny boy, bags don't punch back.
Do another one to make me laugh.
He's a boxer. Now he's a professional boxer. Beats the shit out of you, man.
And, you know, if someone's going to kill me, I says, let it be. Shoot me. They ain't going to come in like an amateur and punch me. What are we, 12 years old?
Yeah.
We're looking for. You try to control the odds of it so you don't get killed. But realistically speaking, you put yourself on the edge.
Realistically speaking,
It was the way we're naturally raised. It's not, you know, being a tough guy per se, or
he's not trying to be a tough guy now. You know, he's just explaining his past. There's nothing to do with being a tough guy.
wild guy. It's just, this is our thinking mechanism. We're off. Me, I'm no different than the rest of my friends. They just end up getting killed. You know, we were all just wild.
By you, right, Eletto? Georgie Grasso, your good friend, betrayed you. What's the other guy's name? I forgot the other guy that you always say you killed. And then you murdered these guys on your property, but you don't know what you did with the bodies. And you don't even know how many guys you killed, right? What, you had your crew? Go clean that up. We're just never going to speak of this again until I go on TV, interviews. Because you didn't get in trouble for that shit, right, Johnny?
You know, some are luckier than others.
Some are luckier than others. You never know.
He just get killed at any point.
Yeah, I met my match plenty of times.
He met his match plenty of times. He got killed many a times. He just survived.
You know, and my friend Greg, he's dead. He met his match. Frankie Burke, he met his match. Angelo Costelli, he met his match. Billy Streamer, he met his match. Mike.
Here he goes, naming names. Has nothing to do with him. None of it.
Merlo, he met his match. Fat Angelo, he met his match. I can go through a name.
Has nothing to do with any of them. Nothing that them guys he just named had anything to do with any of him. Had nothing to do with them. So why is he mentioning them? Oh, they met their match. I thought you met your match. What happened, John?
Dennis Pittman met his match. Kevin Pittman met his match. These are all guys who grew up and are all dead, right? And I met mine too. I'm just a little lucky on top of some of it because the difference between me and them, I know that 15, 14-year-old kid could kill me. See, so when you start believing you're invincible and you're tougher than the rest guys, then you're an idiot. When you
Well, you called it. Hey, you said it, not me. Right, John? You said it, not me, buddy.
14-year-old kid could kill me. See, so when you start believing you're invincible and you're tougher than the rest guys, then you're an idiot. When you understand that anybody can kill you anytime, that's when you survive. Because I'm always on guard. Tell guys all the time, you better worry about those young guys. Those young guys want to prove something. Those young guys want to kill guys, hurt guys, rob guys, make money. They want to make it. The older guys want to keep what they got. You know, they're 40, 50, 60. They want to stay wealthy. They want to stay out of jail. They want to end up their life on the street.
So you guys keep walking around with your complacent attitude like you can't be touched. Because, I mean, hey, maybe someday you will meet your match. Remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. I don't wish harm on any of these people. They walk around like they can't be touched. And the fact of the matter is, they can. You know, deep down inside, late at night, when they look at the mirror, they're terrified. They are terrified. A lot of them turn to alcohol, drugs. They can't live with what they did. Some of them ignore what they did, come on the internet and act like they're gangsters. That's the thing that I don't like. Don't try to be someone you're not. Be who you are. You guys are straight chumps, and that's all you'll be remembered for. But if you like this show, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. I appreciate all you guys. If you want to donate to the show, you can hit up my Cash App at Chattin with Staxx. Go check out the Patreon. Shout out to Sonny Grosso. Go look at his Patreon. Check it out. There's a lot of exclusive content over there on Patreon. I drop content almost every day over there. Stuff that you cannot see on YouTube. Some of it's free, some of it's not. But go check it out. Remember, if you want to be a part of the production I got going on, hit up my email at billstax2021. I appreciate all you guys. I hope you have a great day. Hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. And if you don't like this show, too bad, start your own podcast. And remember, don't be a Leto.
And all new at 5, a major organized crime bust. 23 people under arrest now accused of stealing guns and cash.
Today, police revealed 4 organized crime groups are wreaking havoc.
From aggravated robbery to kidnapping, burglary, and more. Let's take a look at this. New pictures from court documents in this case. These are a few of the people who have been charged, and investigators say the money, tens of thousands of dollars, is all stolen.